Hello YouTubers, it's Championdjk coming at you yet again with another episode of Matchbox Monday, or Vintage Matchbox Monday, where we take a look at 5 cars, typically, from the, we'll say early 70s, late 60s, all the way up into the early 90s, possibly, is what we'll look at. This particular first one that you're looking at is number 58 in the Matchbox lineup, the Whoosh and Push. The Whoosh and Push. Weird, definitely a weird casting. This was around from 1972 until 1975. I guess it's in 1/60th scale, if there was ever a 1-to-1 scale car. I don't know. Probably not. Whoosh and Push, made in England, copyright date 1972. Lesney, patent number. It's a cool little car, I guess. I don't know. It's really goofy. It's a rear engine, goofy looking 2-seater. As far as I know, I think this is complete, so there's not supposed to be a windshield or anything here. It was available from 1972 to 1976. It might have had a couple other color variations. I know this one was available from 72 to 75, at least according to my research. And I guess it's kind of interesting. It's odd. So you guys let me know what you think about that one in the comments down below. So there's that one. And then number 2, the one that we're going to look at was number 1 in the Matchbox lineup. This is the Dodge Challenger. This particular Toyman livery on this vehicle was available for quite a long time, from 1985 all the way up to 1992. The casting itself was used from 1982 to 1996. Had a few different liveries. This also has a different tooling for the base, where it's lowered, where it doesn't have that raked stance like it does on this one. Take a look at the base here. Dodge Challenger, Matchbox Toy. This is a made in Macau model. It's 1/65 scale from Dodge Challenger. It's kind of a cool casting. I think the most famous one was the Dixie Challenger. That was the one that was, you know, kind of Dukes of Hazzard style tampos. But this one also, so this one's definitely probably more common. And it looks okay. It's kind of a neat little model. It rolls really nice. So there that one is. And then next up, we got what was number 27 in the lineup. This guy right here. This is, of course, your Jeep Cherokee. This particular tampo scheme was available from 1986 to 87. This does have suspension. This one is made in Macau. Yep, made in Macau. And 1/58 scale. This Jeep tooling was available from 1986 all the way up until 1997 was the last time you saw this exact same tooling. I don't think we'll ever see it again. It's a cool model. Pretty basic. So you got the tampos on top, tampos on the side, which all these Matchbox models are fairly basic, right? But I think it's a pretty cool looking little Jeep. So fans of the Jeep brand would probably dig this one. I think it's kind of neat. So yeah, it's all right. So there is that one. And then number 4 of the 5 cars that we're going to look at today is this one right here. This is the 1957 Thunderbird. This was number 42 in the lineup when it was out, between 82 and 83. So 1982 and 1983 is this exact car was available. This one actually has a plastic base. This one is a Lesney, England. Copyright date 1982, 1/63 scale. The tooling itself was used from 1982 to 2007, as far as I know. I know they still do, I believe they do still do a 57 Thunderbird. I think the tooling is quite different, though. But here is this one, just basic red, not much to it. Plastic base, plastic tires, metal body. No graphic printing on it whatsoever. Just a very, very basic model, and a pretty decent looking one at that. But there is your Ford Thunderbird. And then lastly, in the last model we are going to take a look at today is this one right here, the SRN6 Hovercraft. Now, Matchbox has put out a couple of different hovercrafts. This one in particular, this should be made in England. Yeah, made in England, 1972 copyright date. Matchbox Superfast. This was number 72 in the lineup. This particular one was available from 1972 to 78. It was the only one that it came out, only livery that it came out in, I guess, was with this sticker. I don't think they ever changed the sticker. Well, yeah, 72 to 78, so it was always a sticker. It's in 1/190th scale, and it is modeled after a real hovercraft, the Saunders and Rowe hovercraft, which I don't know anything really about. I'm assuming it's British on account of the flag there. And it's a Lesney, England product. But there that one is. Kind of an oddball for sure. So, that's 5 kind of odd castings that we took a look at in this episode. So hopefully you thought they were all right. Still try to keep these things entertaining. Then I've got another episode coming up next week. As usual, every week there's going to be a Matchbox Monday. These are in a playlist. I think my favorite model of today is the Jeep Cherokee, actually. Real basic, but very nice. I'm just not a huge fan of this casting in particular. I don't think it's that great. The Ford Thunderbird is pretty basic, and then obviously that oddball Whoosh and Push. I mean, come on, what is that thing? I don't know, but there's a fantasy casting for you from the 70s. So, pretty cool. All right, so thanks again for tuning into another episode of Matchbox Monday. Again, check out the playlist. I've got tons more of these episodes to come, and thank you very much. Have a good day.